Hi everyone and welcome to Archie Science Show. In today's episode we're going to be looking at the differences between chemical changes and physical changes. Chemical changes are caused by chemical reactions happening. An example of a chemical change is if I take this slice of bread and toast it in the toaster. Now I'm going to compare this slice of toast with this slice of bread so we can see the changes. We can tell that a chemical reaction has happened because new substances have been made. These new substances give this slice of toast a much darker colour and also a different taste. We can also tell a chemical reaction has happened because it's not easily reversible. That means it's not easy to turn this toast back into this bread. Physical changes are different to chemical changes because they're not caused by chemical reactions. An example of a physical change would be if I go into this freezer, if I take out an ice cube and leave it in this glass to melt. In physical changes, no new substances are made and they are also reversible. If I look at this water, you can see that it's turned from a solid to a liquid. So it's just changed state, but it's still the same water. And if I pour it into this ice cube tray, I can easily reverse the process just by putting it back in the freezer. Now, a quick summary. Chemical changes are caused by chemical reactions. The atoms inside the substances are rearranged to make new substances, and they are not easily reversible. Whereas physical changes are not caused by chemical reactions. There are no new substances being made, and they are easy to reverse. I'm going to give you a test now. I'm going to show you some examples of changes that might happen around your home, and you have to decide whether they're chemical changes or physical changes. I'll first show you a really quick clip of each change, and then I'll write them all down as a list so you can work out your answers. Rusting iron. Cooking an egg. Boiling water. Ripping paper in half. Burning a match. Mixing paint. Rotting bananas. Dissolving sugar in water. Here's the full list. Pause the video now to work out your answers. Iron rusting is a chemical change because the iron has reacted with the oxygen in the air to create iron oxide, which is a new substance that we call rust. It has a completely different colour, it's like a browny colour, and it has a completely different texture. You can scrape off the rust, but you can't turn the rust back into the iron you started off with, so therefore it's not easily reversible. Cooking an egg is a chemical change because the heat causes the protein in the egg to undergo a chemical reaction. The protein changes its structure and new substances are formed. These new substances completely change the texture, the colour and the flavour of the egg. It is almost impossible to get the raw egg back once it's been cooked, so therefore it's not reversible. Boiling water is a physical change because no new substances are made. The water turns from a liquid to a gas and it's still the same water. I can easily reverse this process by letting the water condense on a cold surface like this mirror. And if I hold the mirror up, you should see that there's droplets of water being formed. Ripping paper is a physical change because although it's really hard to get the paper back to how it was before, we've still not made any new substances, we've still got the same paper, so no chemical reaction has happened. Burning a match is a chemical change because the wood reacts with the oxygen in the air as it burns. So this chemical reaction creates ash, which is the black substance we're left with. You can't get the match back to how it was the way we started, so therefore it is not easily reversible. Mixing paints is a physical change because although it looks like we've got a different colour, the substances that we've got are still exactly the same, they've just been mixed together. And although these paints would be hard to separate, no chemical reaction has happened, so therefore it's not a chemical change. These bananas are still fairly ripe, but as they rot, a chemical change happens. Chemical reactions are going on inside the banana and they're creating new substances. And the new substances make this banana go brown, they also make it change its texture and its flavour. This process is also not reversible because you can't take a rotten banana and turn it into a ripe banana. Dissolving sugar in water is a physical change. The sugar is still in the water, even though we can't see it, so no new substance has been made, there's no chemical reaction that's happened, and we could reverse this process by boiling the water or letting it evaporate, and then we could even turn the water back into a liquid if we really wanted by condensing it on a cold surface. Before we go, here's all the answers written down so you can check how well you did. That's it from me. Hope you have a lovely week.